everyone, and welcome to the Carey Center in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. Today on the PAC Sports Network, first place is on the line in the President's Athletic Conference as the St. Vincent Bearcats host the Bethany Bison. I'm Randy Gore along with Justin Piles for today's game. The conference standings sit like this: St. Vincent 12-1, Bethany 11-2. St. Vincent won the earlier meeting between these two schools, and also earlier today, Thomas More falling on the road, the third place team in the conference, falling on the road at Teal today, so they're 11-3. They actually entered the day tied with Bethany. They are now in third place as we speak, so interesting as to how things are playing out, how things will play out, and we'll know a lot more once this one goes final. Should be a fun ball game to watch.
Well, entry today, those three teams were the only ones that had a chance at winning the regular season title in the PAC, and Thomas More did themselves no favors, falling on the road at Teal, which is becoming a very difficult place to play in conference. So here today we have Bethany, St. Vincent. If Bethany wins this game, they are tied with St. Vincent for first place. If St. Vincent wins this game, their stranglehold on the conference becomes that much tighter. Essentially, their magic number comes down to 1, either a win by them or a Bethany St. Vincent or Bethany Thomas More loss, and they're locked in. So that's basically the situation that we have here.
Now the Bethany Bison, they won back-to-back championships a couple of years ago, were dethroned by St. Vincent last year. And so St. Vincent, the reigning champions, and of course, by those numbers, you look back there, as these teams on the floor, they're the last 3 PAC champions. So a lot of history, recent history, and successful history at that amongst these two schools as of late. And you have Leslie Addy, who is a lone returning starter for Bethany out of last year's group. He was part of those back-to-back title wins for the Bethany Bison in recent years under Coach Andrew Sachs. For St. Vincent today, D.P. Harris and the Bearcats celebrating Senior Day as Dylan Stith, Isaac Turner, and also Grant Latus, who is a junior, but like Al Collins that we had in the earlier game, our women's broadcast, he is graduating. Actually, you could say not early, but on time. He has been redshirted prior, so he is missing, or has missed all of this season with a leg injury, Grant Latus, and his height will be missed. Certainly, Isaac Turner and Dylan Stith will be missed when that time comes. Right now, D.P. Harris is all about the present, and that's tonight with the Bethany Bison in the Carey Center.
Well, this is exactly the situation that St. Vincent wants. A top team in the PAC on their turf. They're very difficult to play against anytime, and they're extremely difficult to play against here in the Carey Center. They're going to have the folks behind us all fired up, and they're getting there with 1 minute 30 on the warm-up clock. We're going to see a little bit of noise in this building. This should be fun.
Right now, the Bethany Bison huddled up, making their noise right now, ready to roll here at the Carey Center, and of course the Carey will be rocking, I'm sure, in a short time. The St. Vincent Bearcats, you mentioned the home court advantage that they have here, and we've seen it. Really no better atmosphere in this conference than you have at the Carey Center. And the Bearcats had a 22-game conference winning streak snapped at a quadruple overtime loss at Teal on February 5th, but their conference home winning streak is still intact. They have not lost a home conference game in nearly 2 years. Their last loss was February 18th, 2012 to the Bethany Bison. So if there's a team that has done it, can do it, it's Bethany, and they'll have the opportunity today. The Bison in that previous game, again, almost 2 years ago, jumped out to a 41-29 halftime lead, traded baskets in the second half with the Bearcats, and won that one again by a 76-64 final on February 18th, 2012.
We were here for that game.
We were here for that game. We were here for a lot of games, or we've been around actually. This is our 3rd year of basketball, and we've brought up some different games, whether it's been here or elsewhere, and you think back, hey, we were here for that game.
Remember that?
Yeah, that's right. So we were indeed here for that game, and perhaps Andrew Sachs might be pleased to know that. I'm sure D.P. Harris is pleased to know that his team has done very well when we've been here at the Carey Center as well. So, or anywhere for for that matter, when we've seen St. Vincent, whether it be home or on the road. So both of these two teams, they've had success anywhere, whether we've been there for it or not. And that's the bottom line. They are very successful programs, and hoping to have some success here tonight. Only one, of course, can come away with the win. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with the opening tap on the PAC Sports Network.
Disability affects the lives of over 29,000 people in Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties. Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living are people with and without disabilities working to meet those needs in the community. The success of Triple comes from the commitment of a dedicated board of directors, its members, and volunteers. To continue to improve services, Triple is renovating the historical YWCA building located at 42 West Maiden Street in Washington. This will allow for an assistive internet cafe, increased veteran services, and transportation and wellness to provide skills to help with independent living. Your help and feedback are appreciated, and if you seek assistance, we're here to help.
We're here at Sport Clips, the new just for guys haircutting place, to see what the buzz is about. How was it?
Nice cut, nice price, professional stylist. Doesn't get any better than this.
There's sports on TV at every chair.
I got an awesome haircut, steam towel treatment, neck and shoulder massage. I went all the way!
What are you waiting for? Sport Clips is now in your neighborhood. At Sport Clips, guys win.
With 2 locations in Washington County, at the McMurray Shops in Peters Township and at Trinity Point in Washington.
Bankruptcy myths. Busted.
Bankruptcy is just another word for failure. It's for deadbeats.
The typical person filing for bankruptcy is 38, middle class, and educated. Over 90% of bankruptcies are traceable to job loss, illness, or divorce, factors largely out of anyone's control.
Myth. Busted. Bankruptcy myths. Busted. Brought to you by Foster Law Offices. Call today to schedule a free consultation and sleep better tonight.
For the visiting Bethany Bison. Welcome back to the Carey Center in Latrobe. I'm Randy Gore along with Justin Piles, our producer Kat Guyan, and our camera person Shannon Basic today. The starting lineups being introduced, and we'll pass those along to you right now. And today's starting lineups brought to you by Sport Clips. For the Bethany Bison, under 50-year head coach Andrew Sachs. Number 4, 6-foot junior Delonte Joyce. Number 5, 6-foot senior Lawrence Weldon. Number 12, 6'2 senior Tyrone Smothers. Number 22, 6'5 senior Leslie Addy. And number 32, 6'5 senior Kevin Jackson. Again, for the Bison, it's Joyce, Weldon, Smothers, Addy, and Jackson. For the St. Vincent Bearcats, led by 11th-year head coach D.P. Harris. Number 4, 6'3 sophomore Pat Jones. Number 5, 6'2 sophomore J.C. Howard. Number 22, 6'2 senior Isaac Turner. Number 32, 6'5 senior Dylan Stite. And number 45, 6'5 junior Sean Kett. Again, for the Bearcats, it's Jones, Howard, Turner, Stite, and Kett. Also, our triple three-point shooters of the game. Triple Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living. Our three-point shooters today that we'll focus on for the Bethany Bison, Leslie Addy. He is 45 of 104 this season, good for 43%. And for the St. Vincent Bearcats, it's J.C. Howard, who is 46 of 103 this year, hitting at a 45% clip. For much of the season when we've seen St. Vincent, our triple three-point shooter has been Isaac Turner. But J.C. Howard, so red hot over the last couple of weeks, he has overtaken him in the three-point department, although Isaac Turner isn't all that far off, I'll say. But J.C. Howard has really developed as a sophomore into a very trustworthy point guard and scorer from beyond the arc.
Yeah, absolutely a scorer from beyond the arc. Don't just pay attention to those. Also, Ben Glimchalk, Pat Jones, those are a couple other guys that can hit from beyond the arc. We've seen Dylan Stite step outside and knock something down. So it's very important for Bethany to come out here and establish a good perimeter defense. Don't get beat inside, but St. Vincent's had their way with teams on the outside, along the outside, in their last 5 games shooting the basketball, especially from three-point land. So Bethany needs to play that in-your-face type of defense that they've really had. It's been their trademark under Coach Sachs.
And a big boost is that Kevin Jackson is in the starting lineup today for the Bethany Bison, the 6'5 senior. He had missed the last couple of games after he was rolled up on against the Geneva Golden Tornadoes, so keep your eye on him. Opening tap eventually possessed by the St. Vincent Bearcats, and I think the tap might be indicative of perhaps how this game might be, as we will have a physical game, an intense game, an exciting game.
And Bethany wants to play fast. St. Vincent likes to play fast, so expect a lot of up and down basketball, though right now we're in the half-court set. You were talking about Kevin Jackson. He was rolled up on against Geneva. That game January 29th, so about a half a month has gone by since the last time he saw game action.
St. Vincent working the offense, 7 to shoot. Jones swings it to the left corner. Stith for 3. The big man hits the three-pointer. And it's 3 zip to start.
Doesn't shoot a lot of them. 33% on the year, though, so he's reliable when he has an opportunity, and can't leave him wide open like that.
Averages 20 points per game, does the 6'5 senior Dylan Stith. And now Bethany will try to settle in. And working their half-court set, Lawrence Weldon. Dishes left wing, Delonte Joyce, the Bison leading scorer. Scoop shot off the window, and Bethany on the board. Delonte Joyce, who averages 16 points per game.
Now this is the quickest backcourt in the conference, and J.C. Howard, Isaac Turner, those guards are going to be tested bringing the ball up the floor.
Stith open for another 3, misses this time around. Leslie Addy with the board. Leslie Addy, a versatile player, could work inside out, scoop, left-handed lay-in. Lawrence Weldon and the Bison with a 4-3 lead. Nice take by Lawrence Weldon as he was able to slither through the St. Vincent defense. J.C. Howard surveys. Left of the elbow, Isaac Turner. Stith to Howard right side. Addy brings out the defense. Kett with the screen. Isaac Turner open for the trade. Drains it. Bearcats back ahead, 6-4, much to the dismay of Andrew Sachs.
Yeah, Howard thought about it, and gave it up. Good patience by him. A lot of times you'll see him, or you'll see a player with an open shot like that, just throw it up, but he knew he had another pass to make.
Tyrone Smothers from the left side. Inside look, wide open, Leslie Addy. That's a gimme. Tie game. Leslie Addy not going to miss that shot. Averages 12 points per game. Howard wide open. Pat Jones from the left wing. Jones back of the iron. Rebound goes to Smothers. The Bison will run, and on the stampede, it's a right-handed lay-in by Weldon.
Well, Bethany finding success at the rim early.
J.C. Howard in the forecourt, left side, baseline, Stith. Reverse layup with the spin off the glass, +1.
Well, if you see Dylan Stith with a clean look at the hoop, just get out of the way. He's going to make that shot every time he picks up a harm.
Well, several times here in the opening minutes, there's been a Bearcat wide open on the left side, whether it be the left corner, left wing. That time Stith, rather than take the 3, he came in with a hard drive and benefits. He ends up with a 3-point play, and St. Vincent back ahead 9-8.
Well, we've seen a couple of 3-point shots go down, one from the wing, one from the corner on that last side, so something to keep an eye on, someone not rotating over on the Bethany defense.
Weldon, bounce pass to Joyce. 1-point game early going. Weldon looking for Jackson, but Stith able to get his hand in there to break up the pass, but Joyce in possession. Leslie Addy, top of the key, 3 to shoot, loses possession. Stith make that Turner rather with the steal. Ahead to J.C. Howard, shot blocked by Jackson, ball tipped out to Addy. Addy will run the floor, and then has it poked away from behind by J.C. Howard on the floor. Addy trying to find a friendly green jersey, ball out of bounds. Off of St. Vincent.
Yeah, it looked like Addy, when he was on the floor, may have kicked that ball or stepped on that ball. But no call, and Bethany will inbound underneath the basket.
1-point lead for the Bearcats. Number 1 versus number 2 of the PAC today. Ball batted out of bounds by the long wingspan of Dylan Stith.
You like to have him on the ball if you're any team, really, but St. Vincent, huge wingspan, tall.
That length makes him so difficult in so many different ways. Joyce, back of the iron, rebound Jackson, offensive glass. Fresh shot clock, Smothers inside toward Addy, but Kett there with the D. Turner, deep three-pointer. Turner, nothing but net.
Oh boy, if he started hit from outside, just look out. One of the best slashers to the rim, but that just opens up a whole new arsenal for him if he can connect from the outside.
There's twice that Isaac Turner has hit a three-pointer, and on both occasions, Andrew Sachs develops the scowl on his face and has the team huddled over after a timeout. And if there's one player you can tell that he doesn't want to have beat him, it's Isaac Turner. And, well, for at least 2 3-pointers he has. And we'll keep it right here as we're down to 12 on the timeout clock. But Isaac Turner, the leading scorer of the PAC, averaging 21 points per game. He's also tied for 5th in the league in 3-pointers made with 45 entering the day. He now has 47 with his 2 makes from beyond the arc.
Well, he's so fast and he's so good at getting to the rim. I think I don't know what you do with him. You might keep him outside, but he can shoot the basketball like that. And if you come out on him, he'll just go right by you. One of the best players in the conference.
With the run, Kevin Jackson gets the bucket, rattled out, then back in.
And my sentiment with him might be the same as most of the coaches around. I don't know what we do with him.
J.C. Howard pressured, but breaks into the forecourt. Turner, left corner to Stipe. Howard directs traffic, looks to Klimchak. 2-point lead for the Bearcats. Howard cranks up the 3, too strong on the shot. Addy with a rebound, long ball pass, has Weldon streaking free. Fouled from behind, the ball falls out, but he'll shoot a pair. How did that ball not go in? It was about 3/4 of the way down, rattled out, but it will be Weldon at the line.
St. Vincent foul on 31, Ben Klimchak is first, team first.
Foul on Klimchak. That'll be the first foul on the Bearcats. 1 foul on Bethany to this point. As we're nearly 5 minutes in. Free throw made by Weldon. And while the Carey Crazies jeering him, he lets them know perhaps they should be silent after the first free throw. And he connects on the second as well. So he does deliver.
Well, it's a long game. I don't know that you want to irritate any of the home folks with 15 minutes to go in the first half.
Weldon, who averages 12 points per game. Perhaps not best to irritate him either. Dynamic player. One of several talented players on this visiting Bethany team today. We're even at 12, and the ball out of bounds, touched by Smothers.
A lot of motion, a lot of physicality out here. You see the players battling underneath.
I know we're already 5 minutes in, or only 5 minutes in, but I'm watching this with a big smile on my face. This is terrific. Tie game in the first half. Turner, shot blocked, and a charge. A charge on Isaac Turner as he drives into 3 green jerseys, and it's an offensive foul on Turner.
St. Vincent foul number 22, Isaac Turner, his first, team second.
Come on, man. What's that kid's name? What's his name? What's his name?
This poor official on the near sideline from our broadcast perspective, Lawrence Weldon hits the 3-pointer, and again he reminds the Carey Crazies to be silent. 9 points for Weldon in the early point, but what did it say about the official on the sideline nearest our broadcast perspective? From the left end, you had Andrew Sachs in his ear, and then he goes down to the other end and had D.P. Harris in his ear. He just can't win.
Why do you think I have only one headphone on right now? This is tremendous.
Joyce looking for Jackson with a rifle pass. It's tipped out of bounds by Kett.
Have an immediate timeout, I think.
Should be. And indeed, that will be the case. Under 14 to play the first half, 3-point lead for the Bison. We'll be back on the PAC Sports Network.
We're here at Sport Clips, the new just for guys haircutting place, to see what the buzz is about. How was it?
Nice cut, nice price, professional stylist. Doesn't get any better than this.
There's sports on TV at every chair.
I got an awesome haircut, steam towel treatment, neck and shoulder massage. I went all the way!
What are you waiting for? Sport Clips is now in your neighborhood. At Sport Clips, guys win.
With 2 locations in Washington County, at the McMurray Shops in Peters Township and at Trinity Point in Washington.
Now the intensity level off the charts of the early going. 15-12, Bethany on the road with the lead. Lawrence Weldon with a quick 9, including 1 3-pointer. Isaac Turner with a couple of trays. He has 6. And those are your individual leaders very early in this game. Stay tuned at halftime. We have our PAC SN Spotlight feature on Dylan Steiff, one of the seniors today honored on Senior Day, and also focuses not only on Dylan Steiff, but also on his brother, who happens to be the assistant coach here at St. Vincent, Jeff Mallory.
Yeah, Jeff Mallory also played here. Very good basketball player in his day. Associate head coach right now for the Bearcats. They have obviously a very strong connection, very special connection.
Bethany with the basketball out of the timeout, the media timeout, as Bethany has 5 timeouts remaining, and St. Vincent with all 6. And there is Kevin Jackson with the swish. 5-point lead for the Bison. Jackson with an early 4. Mentioned his presence will be very important today for the Bison because of the size of St. Vincent. Cat shot tipped out of bounds by Bethany. Jackson, who is the team leader in blocks with 25 for the Bison, also with 6.6 rebounds per game. The team leader in that category in terms of average per game. Leslie Addy, the overall leader in rebounds. And there's a 3-pointer for Isaac Turner.
You just look down at the Bethany bench. All you see is who has him. Wide open from the wing, knocks it down.
3 trays and the same reaction each time from Andrew Sachs. Who is guarding Isaac Turner?
Well, he's looking to his bench right now. He guarantees he's looking for another defender out there to track 22 in white.
Lawrence Weldon. Right side, Delonte Joyce. Joyce, big hop step, forces up a shot through a defender, gets it to drop through. Back to now to a 4-point lead for the Bethany Bison.
There was a hand or 2 on that ball too, so he was able to power through that block and get it to go.
That time, not the finesse, but the strength of the 6-foot junior, Delonte Joyce, in traffic.
Yeah, mismatch down low right now. Joyce on Sean Kett. Now they switch back.
Pat Jones head fake from the left corner out to Howard. 10 to shoot. Kett spins into some space, draws traffic toward him, opens up Steiff off the glass.
Timeout, St. Vincent.
Dylan Steiff with 8. Timeout, St. Vincent. We'll take a break as well. We'll be back on the PAC Sports Network.
Bankruptcy myths. Busted.
Bankruptcy is just another word for failure. It's for deadbeats.
The typical person filing for bankruptcy is 38, middle class, and educated. Over 90% of bankruptcies are traceable to job loss, illness, or divorce, factors largely out of anyone's control.
Myth. Busted. Bankruptcy myths. Busted. Brought to you by Foster Law Offices. Call today to schedule a free consultation and sleep better tonight.
2-point game in Latrobe, favoring the visiting Bethany Bison. Lawrence Weldon is a point guard for the Bison, who leads the team with 78 assists. Also 5th in the conference, averaging 3.5 per game with the 3-pointer. Boy, as much as the home folks trying to rattle Lawrence Weldon, it just has inspired him even more. He has a dozen already, but there's the slam from Dylan Steiff. That'll get this home crowd rocking. Steiff with 10. Big games, big plays from big players. From the left corner, no good for Delonte Joyce, and we're seeing a little bit of that in the early going from Lawrence Weldon and Dylan Steiff.
And Isaac Turner. Steiff has 10, Turner has 9, St. Vincent has 19.
Jeff Fuquay in the game, dishes to Steiff with Addy in his face. Foul coming up on Leslie Addy. That'll be a shooting foul, putting Steiff at the line.
You got the crowd mic on, right?
I do.
Good.
Bethany foul number 22, Leslie.
I don't think I need it today, really,
No,
but we do. Steiff free throw, first try no good.
For the Bison, number 25, Ramel Young. And for the Bearcats,
Dylan Stith, a 73% free throw shooter. He is second in the conference in scoring behind his own teammate, Isaac Turner. Leads the conference in rebounding. Only player in the conference who averages a double-double per game. Hits the second free throw.
Only guy with a 50-point game in the conference also this year.
Only player in St. Vincent history with a 50-point game also. Setting the school scoring mark in a single game on February 5th at Teal. Steal by Fuqua. Good laying out. Just good hustle there by Jeff Fuqua.
Oh, any kind of loose ball at all, especially in a game with this type of magnitude. You're going to see bodies on the floor. It's intense, and we're not even halfway through the first half.
2-point game, Bethany leading. Pat Jones has it stripped away. Ramel Young will lead the 3-on-1, and it's Weldon for the right-handed lane. Takes a bump from Fuqua. No whistle. Weldon with yet another bucket, 24-20.
Yeah, it takes a pretty good bump that time, too. I thought that was a pretty straightforward foul call, but no call. Made the hoop anyway. I can't imagine the reaction from the Bethany bench if there wasn't, or that basketball didn't go and there wasn't a foul call.
Foul here on Bethany defensively.
25, Ramel Young, his first, team third.
That's on Ramel Young, wearing number 25 today. And here's Delonte Joyce. He draws a foul. Ramel Young typically number 33. Fortunately, we've seen the Bethany Bison enough times that actually I didn't even look at my roster to look at his number. I could tell that was Ramel Young regardless. So, but he is wearing number 25 today.
I guess the 33 got caught in the laundry or something.
First free throw good for Delonte Joyce.
J.C. Howard back in for the Bearcats. Antonio Rudolph. First time we've seen him out here on the floor for Bethany.
Second free throw, Joyce, is also good. I mentioned the intensity of the players on the court. Taking a look at the crowd here, it just of some of the visitors. There's a steal by Joyce and a lay-in. Delonte Joyce. He has 8, forcing the issue, and Bethany leading by 8.
Yeah, well, it's the guards of Bethany. That's their strength, and they're doing a great job so far in this game.
Halfway through the first half, but into the facial expression of some of the visiting folks here of Bethany, they're on pins and needles early. 28-20, Bethany with the lead though. Fuqua for 3, no good. Rebound, Pat Jones had it, then loses it. Weldon finds Joyce, streaking to the bucket, finger roll, 10-point lead for Bethany. Delonte Joyce with 10. And this run out of nowhere for the Bethany Bison. Fuqua trying to settle it down with Dylan Stith. Antonio Rudolph in the game, guarding Stith. Pass right side, Fuqua. Jones, top of the key. With Joyce guarding, he swipes to the basketball as Jones dribbles left. Finds Stith open, now has Fuqua open. Right wing three-pointer, no good. Long board, Antonio Rudolph. St. Vincent has grown cold suddenly as we're under 9 to play in the half. Delonte Joyce around a young screen with a right-handed baby hook from a tough angle. Had to work that somehow around the backboard and the defender. How did he do it? It's 32-20 Bethany and St. Vincent wants a timeout.
Well, 10-0 run now for Bethany. They're clicking on all cylinders. Joyce has been a huge part of it. A couple of steals, a couple of lay-ins. They're taking it to St. Vincent right now on their own floor. And at the other end, St. Vincent just can't buy a bucket.
Yeah, they have grown cold, have the Bearcats. And the Bethany Bison taking advantage. Is Delonte Joyce with a dozen, Lawrence Weldon with 14. For the Bearcats, it's Turner with 9 and Dylan Stith with 11. Out of the timeout called by D.P. Harris, that's his second expended. He still has 4 remaining. Well, a lot of basketball left to be played. Of course, we'll have media timeouts here at the Carey Center. Inbounds pass, pressure defense. J.C. Howard in the backcourt. Passes to Turner. Breaking the Bison press. Howard head fake. Passes out to Klimchak, right wing. Now it's Turner. Turner keeps his balance, bumped by Young. Turner, wild drive, blocking foul on Ramel Young. Now, certainly was a wild drive in by Turner, but Ramel Young at no point had his feet set, and he accepts his second foul of the day as Michael McElhenney will check in. And he is in for the departing Ramel Young. Turner, baseline floater, no good. McElhenney with the rebound. And again, ice on the rim for the St. Vincent Bearcats. Smothers as Delonte Joyce right wing. And an up and under move by Jackson draws a whistle.
St. Vincent foul number 45, Sean Kett, his first, team fourth.
Foul on Sean Kett. Fourth foul on St. Vincent, first on Kett. 10-0 run right now by Bethany, looking to extend it. Kevin Jackson at the line. He's a 76% free throw shooter. Makes the first. Jackson with 5 points today. Averages 13 per game. Glad you can be with us on the PAC Sports Network today. Second free throw true for Jackson. You can find us on Twitter at PAC Sports. Justin Piles handling the Twitter feed. And feel free to drop us a line. Let us know you're watching, enjoying the game, enjoying the broadcast. 34-20 Bethany. Also, you can find us on Facebook, our homepage, pacstream.net. Follow us on Instagram.
And for the Bearcats, number 32.
You name it, you can find us. 14-point lead for the visiting Bison. Under 8 to play in the first half. Sean Kett outside. Klimchak, floater in the paint, rattles out. Rebound Smothers.
St. Vincent's last field goal at the 11:45 mark, so over 4 minutes now since making a basket.
12-0 run for Bethany. Make it a 14-0 run. Delonte Joyce. J.C. Howard past the Turner. Turner. There is finally a bucket for St. Vincent. And I don't know how he was able to get that one to drop of all the shots for St. Vincent over the last 4 minutes, and now a steal for Klimchak.
Well, that's one of the nice things about making a basket. You can set up pressure in the backcourt on that Turner hoop. I thought he was going to get a foul to go along with it. He paid the price.
Howard looking in the right corner for Ben Klimchak, but it's tipped out of bounds by Delonte Joyce.
Media timeout.
An immediate timeout from the Carey Center. 14-point game. We'll be back on the PAC Sports Network.
3 generations, Sharps Furniture has been proud to serve southwestern PA with their brand of personal service. Being an authorized dealer for Lazy Boy, they are dedicated to providing the finest quality products made here in the US of A. Looking for custom upholstery? Sharps carries a large selection of upholstery to choose from, all made in America. And their friendly staff will deliver right to your front door. Sharps Furniture, your authorized Lazy Boy dealer. Family owned, family operated since 1917. Located just off I-70, exit 19B in Washington, PA.
Welcome back to the Carey Center. A 14-0 run by the Bethany Bison blew open a 2-point game to what is currently a 14-point game. The run at that time, it made the score 36-20. St. Vincent finally getting a bucket by Isaac Turner in major traffic to get it down. And we're at a 14-point lead for the Bethany Bison with 6:47 to go in the first half. St. Vincent in possession out of the media timeout. This game pitting the last 3 PAC champions against each other. St. Vincent, the reigning champ, still in Stith. Good ball movement there, finding Stith, and here comes the press for the Bearcats. Stith with 13. Antonio Rudolph ahead to McElhenney, hands it off to Joyce, and now Bethany will set up the half-court offense. Smothers from the left wing for 3, back of the iron, rebound tipped down, eventually corralled by Isaac Turner. 12-point game. Klimchak head fake as the defense collapses on him. Now it's Stith. Stith looking for some help outside, goes to Klimchak cross court, right wing for 3, Turner, no good, put back by Sean Kett.
Nice board by Sean Kett, no one boxed him out. Able to clean up the mess by Isaac Turner.
Bethany wants a timeout. Andrew Sachs does not like what he has seen after the media timeout, so he uses one of his own, and this is a full timeout. 10-point game. We'll be back on the PAC Sports Network.
When you are in need of fast, affordable, and professional voiceovers, contact TimeAd Productions. TimeAd Productions offers voice services for business presentations, documentary narrations, radio, television, imaging, and commercials, movie trailers, corporate phone systems, websites, audiobooks, and more. Visit or contact us online at www.timeadproductions.com.
36-26 our score, favoring the Bethany Bison in the first half. And now St. Vincent with a mini run, a 6-0 run, has cut it to a 10-point game, Justin Piles.
That basket by Kett was the first basket by a Bearcat that wasn't Dylan Stith or Isaac Turner. You see J.C. Howard, Ben Klimchak out here, and both of them very good outside shooters, but right now they seem a little timid to either drive or shoot the three-pointer, and they can't keep deferring, because that'll make Bethany's job on defense so much easier. It's a lot easier, obviously, to cover 2 or 3 as opposed to 5. So those guys need to step up. There needs to be some secondary scoring going on from the Bearcats, and that's basically where that run started, when Stith and Turner were on the bench at separate occasions, but it made Bethany's job on defense a whole lot easier.
Lawrence Weldon will set up shop. Smothers right side. Dishes it off to Jackson in some space off the pick and roll, misses on the shot, battle for the rebound. Smothers comes up with it. Kett had it, took a bump. Smothers with a theft shot blocked by Stith underneath. Now it's Isaac Turner, leads the floor. Turner, left-handed scoop, falls in, single-digit deficit at 8 for St. Vincent. 8-0 run and a steal by Stith. Loose ball on the floor. Klimchak has it. Klimchak right side. Turner cranks up the 3. Rainbow off the right side of the rim, and it's Smothers with a rebound. Smothers will run the floor. Right-handed lay-in falls true for the Bethany Bison. It's a 10-point game again.
Let me know if you need a break.
Oh, this is fun. But anytime. Pass looking for Stith was Turner, batted out of bounds by Bethany.
Back and forth we go. Both teams like scoring in transition. Now the St. Vincent scoring, they're able to set up that press, get that steal, just like they had a moment ago from Klimchak, although unable to convert. Kind of turned around a little bit. He had J.C. Howard underneath the basket, or heading in that direction, but unable to get him the basketball.
4:40 and counting in the first half. Dylan Stith to Sean Kett, Ramel Young, who has 2 fouls with the D. J.C. Howard, right of the elbow. Looks for some help to Klimchak. Klimchak around the screen. There's some of that timid nature that you were talking about. Looked like maybe Howard, maybe Klimchak, and especially Klimchak around the screen, it could have taken the shot, but decided to pass it away.
Well, when you start thinking about it, opportunity's gone, the moment's over. And you can't think about it, especially against a team that's so quick like Bethany. Klimchak just needs to get that ball, boom, it's out on a shot. You can't think about it. He'll get it blocked or have a defender in his way.
Off the inbound, Stith fouled. Ten-point game, 38-28. Foul is on Lawrence Weldon.
Bethany foul number 5, Lawrence Weldon, his first, team 5th.
J.C. Howard finds Isaac Turner. as he triggers the inbounds pass. Klimchak guarded by Smothers. Has Kett able to spin free from Young. Sean Kett finger roll lay-in.
Nice ball fake by Sean Kett. Looked like he was going to kick it to the corner and then just took it right down the alley.
8-point game again, 38-30. Delonte Joyce around the screen to Jackson. Contact there between Jackson and Kett. The foul is on Kett, a painful one. Might have been poked in the eye there. Jackson was reaching for the basketball. And his hand came up on Kett as he was trying for the steal. Second foul on Kett, 15 foul on St. Vincent. Bethany with 16 fouls as we're under 4 to play in the half. And the pass juggled by Jackson. Recovers, but the giveaway to J.C. Howard. J.C. Howard, who's 4th in the conference in assists with 3.6 per game. Also 4th in three-point shooting percentage, hitting at a 45% clip. One of our triple three-point shooters today. Howard to Kett. Kett muscles his way toward the cylinder for another tough basket.
You have to love the touch that Sean Kett has, the mobility for a big guy, able to dribble and finish with soft hands.
Ball poked away from behind by Klimchak, out of bounds.
Checking in for the Bison, number 22, Bethany Addy. For the Bearcats.
38-32. Lead was as large as 16 points for Bethany at 36-20. Bounce pass there is Delonte Joyce off the inbounds look. Joyce with 16. And that allows Bethany to set up the press. Kind of a token press there by Bethany.
Passing game, 5 out, post up.
Under 3 to go in the first half. 8-point game. Isaac Turner on the crossover, back of the iron. Stith with the rebound over Young. Stith with the positioning, draws the foul. Bethany wants it over the back, but I think we talked about the wingspan of Dylan Stith earlier, and I think that's it's just his height, his length getting to that rebound.
Well, he was over the back, but he wasn't on the back, and that's the difference. He went up and over player, but he wasn't on the back impeding the progress of the player going up, and that's really, like you said, wingspan.
Third foul on Ramel Young, so keep your eye on that, and that perhaps is what really has drawn the ire of Andrew Sachs about the call.
Gotta play the whole game.
7-point contest. Stith makes both free throws. He has 15.
Turner has 13, Kett has 6. Those are the only Bearcats that have scored so far.
5 Bison have scored tonight, with Delonte Joyce leading the charge with 16.
Yeah, their guards have been really good tonight, scoring the basketball, stealing the basketball, and then scoring in transition at the rim.
Joyce pass tipped and taken away. Ben Klimchak, beautiful job of dribbling. He maintained his dribble while he was on the floor. Actually on one knee, he got back up and was able to evade the traveling call. Turner head fake. Shot blocked, but out of bounds.
Still plenty of time to shoot once they set up the inbounds play. 14 on the clock.
Come on, Isaac.
40-34. Turner straight on for 3. 3-point game.
That wasn't all that long ago. St. Vincent faced a double-digit deficit. They almost erased the entire thing here.
Again, the largest lead was 16 points for Bethany at 36-20. Rainbow out of the left quarter, no good for Joyce. Addy, though, climbs the ladder for the rebound. Finds Joyce for the right-handed scoop.
Joyce so good in the air, too. Just being able to change direction or change the angle that he's shooting to avoid the block there from Pat Jones.
Move, Isaac. Oh, passing game. Move. Back cut.
Ben Klimchak accepts the handoff by Howard. Pat Jones right side.
1 minute remaining in the first half. 1 minute.
1 minute to go in the half. Klimchak three rattles out. Had Addy in his face. Rebound. Joyce lobs a pass. Addy. Shot blocked. I believe that was Klimchak with the block. Addy, though, spin move. No good back of the rim. And the save by Pat Jones. All-out effort. Jones now for three. Hits it. 2-point game with 30 seconds to go in the half.
That's effort.
Pat Jones on the back end saved it. He's rewarded with the bucket on offense. 18 seconds to play in the half. Shot clock is off for Bethany. Directing traffic. Lawrence Weldon. Weldon tries to slice through the left side. Foul on the floor on Ben Klimchak.
Just the sixth team foul on St. Vincent on the floor, so there'll be an inbound play upcoming.
Team 6.
Second foul on Klimchak. Weldon to trigger, ball off the hands of Smothers and out of bounds. So now with 6 seconds, St. Vincent has a chance to tie or take the lead after trailing by 16 in this half.
Sean Kett coming into the game didn't know who he was coming in for. And D.P. Harris just grabbed him, threw him into the game, and didn't tell him who was exiting.
Get in there, Sean Kett, says D.P. Harris. Inbounds pass in the backcourt to Howard. 5 seconds. He needs to hurry. 1 second. Now Stite, and the buzzer sounds. Well, there was a lack of urgency to start, and D.P. Harris wants to talk with J.C. Howard about that immediately. He obviously forgot about how much time was left on the game clock. There were 6 seconds. He let about 2 seconds expire before he actually had reacted and headed up court. So as we end the first half, an exciting one, 42-40, Bethany leading on the road. We'll take a break on the PAC Sports Network.
Disability affects the lives of over 29,000 people in Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties. Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living are people with and without disabilities working to meet those needs in the community. The success of Triple comes from the commitment of a dedicated board of directors, its members, and volunteers. To continue to improve services, Triple is renovating the historical YWCA building located at 42 West Maiden Street in Washington. This will allow for an assistive internet cafe, increased veteran services, and transportation and wellness to provide skills to help with independent living. Your help and feedback are appreciated, and if you seek assistance, we're here to help.
About as exciting a first half as you could expect here from the Carey Center. Bethany on the road had opened up a 16-point lead at 36-20. Bethany, though, St. Vincent inching back, and it trimmed the deficit at 2 at intermission, 42-40. We've seen some dynamic plays from both sides. It's been a fun one to watch. This game, at least the atmosphere, the play from both teams, it has a tournament game written all over it.
Well, I think the play by Pat Jones down here in the corner, saving the basketball full out, and then down at the other end, sinking a three to get this crowd re-energized as St. Vincent chopped that lead in half. I think that personifies what this game is all about and how it's a pre-tournament type feel. Tournament starts a week and a couple days from now, but it's definitely a nice preview of what could be down the road here.
A precursor possibly of things to come. And first place on the line, St. Vincent 12-1, the leaders of the conference. Bethany, one game behind, 11-2. Bethany did fall to St. Vincent on their home floor at the Hummel Fieldhouse. So Bethany very much needs this game. St. Vincent needs this game as well, but the Bearcats, if they are to win, would put themselves in more so of a stranglehold position. But regardless of any of that, it's a 2-point game at the half.
Yeah, they'd definitely be in the driver's seat if they could erase this deficit and win here on their home floor. And mention that big home win streak that they have. You would like the tournament to be here, obviously, if you're St. Vincent, but there are 8 other teams in the conference that do not want the tournament to be here if they can help it. And Bethany would try and help those teams out and maybe help themselves out if they can hold on to this.
These two teams today, they both have great home court advantages, St. Vincent or Bethany. We've seen the last two to have the home court advantage throughout the playoffs or throughout the tournament has won the championship, St. Vincent and Bethany 2 years ago. And it'll be interesting to see how the second half goes. But we are at the half, and we have our halftime feature on Dylan Stith, senior for the Bearcats, and his brother, associate head coach Jeff Mallory. That feature coming up next on the PAC Sports Network.
It's about the people that you put around yourself and you surround yourself with. And our guys are all family.
Part of that family are brothers Dylan Stith and Jeff Mallory. The brothers' journey to St. Vincent started with Mallory, who was recruited by Coach P. With young Dylan, who would soon be introduced to the culture of basketball at St. Vincent.
It's actually pretty cool. The first time I met DP was, the first time I actually formally met him was when I came up here for basketball camp. He had visited and seen my brother play in the AAU tournaments and stuff, but I really wasn't, aware of too much was going on. A lot of other coaches have visited my brother as well. He's someone who really cares about his players and cares about the family of his players. More importantly, I was a young kid then, and it's something that's really cemented, the family type of atmosphere and tradition in at St. Vincent basketball.
After 4 years at St. Vincent and a continued basketball career playing overseas, Mallory was ready to come back to his alma mater, just in time to recruit his brother.
I had hired Jeff. Jeff had just got done playing overseas, and I knew Jeff was coming to be my assistant coach. We sat down in a recruiting meeting, and we said, who are we going to recruit? And he said, what about Dylan? I said, Dylan, your little brother? I said, are you kidding me? How old is he now? And then, he was 16.
I was adamant, from a basketball coach standpoint, who better knows Dylan than me, that he was going to be a special player. I wanted him to come here, but I wanted the process to play out like it normally would with anybody else. And my mom was, she simply asked me, what should I do? What do you want me to do? How am I supposed to handle this? And I said, if he's earned the right to go to school, it doesn't matter what the school name is. You have to see what they can do for him.
It's seesawed back and forth. The younger I was, the more I was like, I could never play, with those guys. Those guys are like, guys you see on TV. I felt like they could play with NBA guys. Then I got a little older and I realized, okay, maybe I could play with these guys. And I was gun ho on coming here.
And I was kind of I was worried about that, having him follow in the footsteps, and not just because of statistically what we had done or the team. But just because, I wanted him to kind of, have his own path and make sure he had a nice setup for what he was going to do in the future.
Then, when it was time to pick a place to go, I realized that it really did become a no-brainer when I just really sat down and thought about it. I realized that it's not a place where I'm coming and I have to redo, my appearance per se. It's a place where I kind of have already stepping stones to build upon.
With both brothers in one place, they now had to adjust to a new relationship, coach and player.
When we're on the court, he, I 100% look at him as a coach, and more than a coach, a mentor.
I'm hard on him. He'll tell you every once in a while, I'll say some stuff that I may have to come back and apologize to him, but he knows as a brother, as a coach, I'm just trying to get him to, play well. I could probably be a little bit harder. I definitely could be, but he oozes potential.
He pushes me a little harder, and so does Coach Harris. But it's one of those things where I know that they know what it takes, and I'm going to do whatever they ask of me. So
he's coachable now. I'm not going to say that was always the case as a freshman. He was still learning.
They've been successful in their past. You got to trust that they know what steps to take to get to certain places, to win championships, to hang banners. And the fact that he's my brother, I really know. I've seen him before he even knew what St. Vincent was, and now I know him as not only a player who's hanged banners and went to Final Fours. I know him as a coach.
Their relationship has many dynamics as brothers and coach and player, but it also is much deeper than that.
Jeff has always kind of been that father figure for Dill.
It seemed like whatever I did, he wanted to do.
He had way more kids his age in the neighborhood that, they always play basketball and football. I didn't have that luxury, but I remember, I kind of looked back and I realized I was kind of a tag along in a way. He would be out there, with his friends, all the neighbors, they'd be playing basketball, and I would try my best to try to, squeeze in here and there. And Jeff would let me in for the most part, but, sometimes he's like, this is serious, we're trying to play, and I would try to take a back seat, but there's no question, I'd give him a hard time.
When I was in boarding school in high school, I would leave. And the thing we would always do was Sunday evenings, and I would leave throughout the week and come back on the weekends. and we would always play like a game of one-on-one. And it seemed like at first I wouldn't take it easy on him. I never take it easy on him. We play hard, we play physical. But I always remember getting in that car to leave, or it would almost bring me to tears because it was the fact that I was leaving him, for another week.
A big part of who they both have become is their mother, who was constantly involved in their lives before and during their time at St. Vincent.
Mom is everything. She's done everything for me and Jeff. There's no question about that. If there's any similarities you find in me and Jeff, or anything that's been successful found in me and Jeff, it's direct correlation to my mother.
Everybody says their mom is special and unique, but my mom is, she's definitely one of a kind. She sacrificed more than I probably, ever will as a parent myself. I can't think of how many times she, went above and beyond to make sure we were okay.
So I met Jeff's mom, and she came up and they visited the next weekend. And at that time, Dylan was just a little boy. Dylan was messing around, and his mom, like any little 5 or 6 year old, Dylan straightened up, and it was evident right away when you met them that they had a good family.
She was vital, and she's been vital to everything we've done as a family and as a brother, and we can't thank her enough. It's just the support's simply been tremendous. I know that's sort of a role what a mom and dad's supposed to do. But she's just been, just an awesome mom. And, I say that with all due respect. She's been fabulous for me and my brother.
Life has given them many memories together, but some of the ones both brothers treasure most come through basketball.
State Final Four game, he hit, I think it was 6 threes. He had the record for the most threes in a game. And I just remember the whole game, just going crazy. And I remember after the game, I was like, I just remember running onto the court. Everyone stormed the court. I just ran and jumped on top of him. I'm like, did you hear me? Did you hear me? I remember him saying, yes, I heard you yelling. I heard you yelling. I just remember trying to replicate everything he did in the state Final Four game the next day.
Win, lose, or draw, he was always there. He was always smiling. He was happy to see his brother, more than anything. But I think it was special for him to be at the games too. And if I had a timeout, if I knew he was in the stands, I'd make sure I look over to see what he was doing.
I just remember looking up to it and thinking, my brother's a part of that. That's so cool. I remember on video games, I would create all the players, just because I really enjoyed watching them. And now I look at it and it's me and Isaac, Sean Kay, J.C. Howard, Ben Klimchak, Pat Jones. I think maybe there's some people who look up to us.
Sometimes you got to take a step back because you're going so fast with practice and games that you just sit back and you say, hey, that's the same guy I used to shoot ball with, or hey, I held him in my arms, minutes after he was born. To have set that path, hopefully, for him to succeed and do better and greater things, he's been a driving force for that on a lot of occasions, and a lot of occasions that he'll probably never know.
As a person who loves him very much, it's been great to see two brothers grow.
Disability affects the lives of over 29,000 people in Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties. Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living are people with and without disabilities working to meet those needs in the community. The success of Triple comes from the commitment of a dedicated board of directors, its members, and volunteers. To continue to improve services, Triple is renovating the historical YWCA building located at 42 West Maiden Street in Washington. This will allow for an assistive internet cafe, increased veteran services, and transportation and wellness to provide skills to help with independent living. Your help and feedback are appreciated, and if you seek assistance, we're here to help.
We're here at Sport Clips, the new just for guys haircutting place, to see what the buzz is about. How was it?
Nice cut, nice price, professional stylist. Doesn't get any better than this.
There's sports on TV at every chair.
I got an awesome haircut, steam towel treatment, neck and shoulder massage. I went all the way!
What are you waiting for? Sport Clips is now in your neighborhood. At Sport Clips, guys win.
With 2 locations in Washington County, at the McMurray Shops in Peters Township and at Trinity Point in Washington.
Hey, good evening and welcome back to the Carey Center. Exciting first half, 42-40. The Bethany Bison leading the St. Vincent Bearcats. And some halftime statistics. Bethany shooting 68% in the first half. St. Vincent, not all that bad, though, 50%, 15 of 30. And overall, it's been an exciting game, and I'm sure we'll have more of the same. Bethany fast break points 10-2. Second chance points, St. Vincent leading that category 10-2. Points of the paint to Bethany as well, 28-18.
If you look at Bethany, 17 of 25 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. That means they've only missed 4 two-point shots, and they're perfect from the line. So they're getting to the rim much too regular if you're a St. Vincent fan. That defense of the Bearcats, and really a lot of those are off of turnovers in the backcourt from the Bethany press. St. Vincent has to do a better job of taking care of the basketball and limiting layup opportunities. The 2 guards for Bethany have been a bulk of their offense. Delonte Joyce, Lawrence Weldon, 18 of 14 points. That's 32 of their 42. So limit them, and perhaps it's a different story in the second half.
Yeah, the second half will be exciting to see what is in store. As we mentioned earlier on today, earlier on in the broadcast, and earlier on today, the Thomas More Saints falling to the Teal Tomcats, and that's important because it was a 3-horse race, or is a 3-horse race, for the top spot in the conference. St. Vincent 12-1, Bethany 11-2. Thomas More entered the day 11-2. Thomas More, though, falling to the Teal Tomcats at Teal in Greenville, Pennsylvania. So it really is a costly loss for Thomas More, because any of these teams can ill afford to lose to one of the outside teams in this 3-horse race. Well, Thomas More does that today, and that's a benefit to either St. Vincent or Bethany.
Or can just ill afford to lose. You don't like to lose against the teams that you're fighting for position against. But it is that kind of round robin. Today we have this game, Bethany St. Vincent on Wednesday. Bethany hosts Thomas More, and then on Saturday, St. Vincent goes to Thomas More. So if the Bearcats pull this off and then win at Waynesburg, that at Thomas More game won't really matter to them, but they need to take care of business certainly here this afternoon.
A lot of basketball still left, and if the first half was any indication, it will be an intense first half. And everybody all out, running on all cylinders today. This has been a fun one to watch. Also been fun to see the reactions from here on the floor, from the players, the coaches. We have a great vantage point here at the Carey Center. Also exciting to see the fan reaction from both the visitors here on Pins and Needles with the green and black of Bethany, and those home folks here on Breast Cancer Awareness Day donning the pink for the homestanding Bearcats, the Carey Crazies. So it's a 2-point lead for Bethany as we begin half number 2. Delonte Joyce, right-handed, shot off the window. Delonte Joyce with 20. Guard play has been fantastic. And there's Dylan Stite underneath. Well, we were talking about this at intermission, but as good as the guard play has been for Bethany, the inside presence of Kevin Jackson, a lot to be said about him, because he had been out since the Geneva game, and this is his first game back. And again, with those big bodies of St. Vincent, just his presence on the floor is that beneficial to the Bethany Bison.
Well, a quiet 6 points, but just being able to match up against the size of St. Vincent with Stite, with Ket there in the middle. He's a great defender and rebounder, but also gives Bethany much more depth, and especially with Ramel Young on the bench with 3 fouls, and they'll be that much weaker without Jackson in there.
Joyce has the ball out of bounds off of the St. Vincent Bearcats. 2-point game, 44-42. Bounce pass to Addy from the left wing. Looks to Joyce up top. Weldon guarded tightly by J.C. Howard. Howard trying to blanket Weldon, but the sleek guard able to slide away. Passes to Addy. Now it's Joyce around the screen, but a travel on Delonte Joyce. J.C. Howard hollers instructions to his teammates, bringing the ball into the forecourt. Bounce pass, Klimchak to Ket, cross court now. It's J.C. Howard. Howard out to Stite. Open straight on for three. Rattles out. Rebound tipped around. Eventually corralled by Tyrone Smothers. Smothers to Weldon. Racing through, but there's Stite with a rejection and out of bounds. Stite tried to save it baseline, but the ball had already come out of bounds first.
We want to check that basketball and make sure it's still round.
It may be deflated after that denial by Dylan Stite. Scoop try off the window by Smothers, no good. Still a 2-point game. St. Vincent with a chance to tie or take the lead. Turner. Baseline move. No good. Rebound out to Turner.
Now with the way he and Stite.
There's a steal by Joyce. Joyce with the right-handed lay-in.
I was just about to say, with the way that he and Stite led the team in points in the first half, they're going to have to basically equal that effort unless St. Vincent can find some secondary scoring, whether it's Howard, whether it's Ket inside, or Ben Klimchak right now. The three along with Stite and Turner on the floor.
Bethany, fantastic at creating turnovers, at creating points out of those turnovers. They've done that today. Klimchak head fake, three-pointer, knocks it down. 1-point game, 46-45.
They need more of that. That's exactly what you need if you're the Bearcats. More secondary scoring. Get these guys that can shoot from the outside fired up.
And now Howard with a steal. Howard after the strip of Weldon with the lay-in, and St. Vincent with a 1-point lead. And now almost another steal, I should say. A near steal by Klimchak, but the ball eventually held on to by Weldon. So the first points of the day by Klimchak and Howard come back-to-back, good to give St. Vincent the lead. Jackson misses from three-point land, rebound, eventually to Addy, finds Jackson for the finger roll plus the foul.
And you really say the same thing about Bethany. Outside of Weldon and Joyce, not a whole lot of scoring going on, although Jackson's starting to creep up that score sheet a little bit with 8. He might be the third guy.
Welcome to PAC basketball. 1-point game. Missed free throw, but we have a lane violation on St. Vincent. So second opportunity for Jackson on this three-point play. Bethany back in front. Second attempt also rattles out. Rebound Stite. 1-point lead for the visitors. Sean Ket harassed by Jackson, backs it off. Inside to Stite from Klimchak. Double team collapses. Left corner. Head fake J.C. Howard. Howard, baseline move. Swing it around. Good ball movement right now by the Bearcats. Back to Stite. Open for three, right wing. Rattles out. Rebound Leslie Addy.
He's had a couple of those. One from straight on, and that one from the corner. Neither fell, but caught good pieces of the rim.
Addy will try the tray. He'll knock down the tray as he pumps his fist. 51-47 Bethany.
Oh, that's a big shot. Leslie Addy always seems to just fly under the radar and then come up with a big shot, and does it again right there.
43% shooter from beyond the arc, hitting his 46th three-pointer of the year. Isaac Turner spins into a double team. Shot blocked, but kept there to get to the loose ball, but then lost to Jackson. Hustles to save it in bounds. Long pass to Addy, and he juggles it out of bounds.
Checking in for the Bearcats, number 4, Pat Jones.
Leslie Addy, 5th in the conference in steals, tied for 5th in three-pointers made, as he and Isaac Turner enter the day, each with 45. And Addy, who had a quiet first half with just 2 points. It's a big three-pointer. Right now, Bethany on defense, and Lawrence Weldon with a foul.
Bethany foul
DP Harris upset initially about a non-call, but the call was coming, and the official let DP know about it.
I don't think he was upset. I think that's just his overall demeanor.
Coach Harris or the official?
Maybe both.
It's a 51-47 game. Pat Jones slides right with his dribble. Isaac Turner backs it off, preventing a double team to collapse on him. Jones thought about Turner, went left side to Howard. Howard's floater no good. Ketho with the rebound amongst the trees of Bethany. Can't get it to go. Ball out of bounds off of Bethany.
Somewhere in there that ball hit the rim, so 31 on the shot clock, plenty of time.
Essentially a fresh shot clock at this stage.
Yep.
Baseline inbounds pass, triggered in by J.C. Howard. Near steal by Joyce. Turner, though, walks up a few steps. And then is fouled. I believe Joyce, well, let's see here. Looked like Joyce might have reached in from behind. No, instead it's going to be Leslie Addy. And this will not be a foul on the floor, instead a shooting foul.
If the scoreboard's right, that's number 3 on Addy.
So 3 fouls on Addy, 3 fouls on Young. Keep your eye on that. Free throw for Turner. Turner with 17 points today. And hits the second free throw. Isaac Turner.
Checking in for the Bearcats.
1,000-point score along with senior teammate Dylan Steit. 2-point game, 51-49. Press D from St. Vincent. Breaking the press, Bethany. Jackson up and under. 4-point lead again for the Bison.
Crafty move, knowing Stites was coming for the block, staying underneath that block and going to the other side of the hoop.
Shielded himself from the defender with the rim, and now Steit with a travel. Drag the toe. Weldon lobs a pass, perimeter to Jackson. Now it's Addy. Weldon, make that Smothers. Has Jackson in the paint. Right-handed shot, kiss off the window over Pat Jones for Kevin Jackson. He has a dozen. Jackson had 6 points in the first half. He quickly has 6 in the second half, and we're 6 minutes in. Klimchak looking for Steit, tipped out of there by Addy. Bearcats retain. Turner for 3, no good. Rebound Smothers, takes a bump, holds on. Has Addy streaking through it. Addy dishes it off to Weldon. Weldon with kind of an underhook shot right underneath the bucket, and Bethany is open at 8-point advantage.
Gotta go through, man.
Lawrence Weldon with 16. Turner from the left corner, no good. Rebound Lawrence Weldon. We saw this in the first half. St. Vincent went cold, and then Bethany opened up a 16-point lead. St. Vincent cold again, and now Bethany leading by 8, leading by 10 as Delonte Joyce comes through.
Isaac, drive the ball, drive the ball.
An 8-0 run for the Bison. Turner, strong baseline move, draws contact and a foul. Jackson was underneath. Blocking foul is on Kevin Jackson. And a media timeout. First foul on Jackson. We'll take a break. 10-point game favoring Bethany on the PAC Sports Network.
We're here at Sport Clips, the new just for guys haircutting place, to see what the buzz is about. How was it?
Nice cut, nice price, professional stylist. Doesn't get any better than this.
There's sports on TV at every chair.
I got an awesome haircut, steam towel treatment, neck and shoulder massage. I went all the way!
What are you waiting for? Sport Clips is now in your neighborhood. At Sport Clips, guys win.
With 2 locations in Washington County, at the McMurray Shops in Peters Township and at Trinity Point in Washington.
In the first half, we were at 22-20, Bethany leading, before a 14-0 run by the Bison had given Bethany a 16-point lead at 36-20. Bethany had seen that lead evaporate to just 2 by halftime, 42-40. Now in the second half, as again Bethany leading by 2, this time by a 51-49 score. It's an 8-0 run currently for the Bison that has given them a 10-point lead, 59-49.
Well, certainly not a safe lead. We saw that evaporate in the first half. I think what Turner did there right before the media timeout is kind of the recipe. Go right after Bethany, take it to the hole, and they might end up shooting a ton of free throws, but Turner very good at getting to the rim. He'll finish on most occasions.
Also very good at free throws. 78% shooter. He's 3 for 3 today. Turner's second shot spins out. Rebound, Delonte Joyce. Protects the basketball and now will walk up the floor. 9-point lead for Bethany. Joyce bounce pass, left wing. Addy cranks up the 3 and he knocks it down. 62-50 Bethany. Addy with 8. Howard finds Turner, right wing. Cross court, Klimchak, Sean Kett, top of the key. Dribbles in a few steps, looks it off to Klimchak. Reset Howard, 19 on the shot clock. Steiff in a double team. Passes it away to Kett. Kett has it poked free by Smothers. Smothers will try to run with it. Finger roll, partially blocked by Turner. Great defense on the back end. J.C. Howard. Howard with the finger roll. His drops through. 10-point game again, 62-52. Smothers, bounce pass, has Rudolph, but escapes a St. Vincent trap and releases as they're reset by Delonte Joyce. 20 to shoot. Rudolph to Joyce. Right side Smothers. Addy with the fadeaway, long 2-point jumper off the backboard. Rebound St. Vincent. Well, Addy can shoot, has good range. That not the best angled shot there from the big guy.
Wasn't really set on that shot either.
Turner, back of the iron. Rebound, Jackson gets the ball away to Rudolph as he tight ropes the baseline. And now here comes the slithering moves of Delonte Joyce as it blocked out of bounds by Sean Kett.
Checking in for the Bison, number 5, Lawrence Weldon. Also for the Bison, number 25.
Re-entering Ramel Young. He's playing with 3 fouls. Leslie Addy, who also is playing with 3 fouls, checks out.
It's been a while since we've seen Young. He and Jackson now pair up together on the floor. We have whistles. Oh, fan.
Body up! Body up! Dill!
Young man
Dill! Body up!
veering out toward the floor a little too close.
Hey, don't want to do that.
Don't play scared!
Not with the way this game has been played. Very intense ball game.
Close it! Move up!
St. Vincent in first place of the conference at 12-1. Bethany a game behind them, with just 2 more conference games to play following this one. Delonte Joyce left of the elbow, short on the shot, rebound Howard. He'll run, lobs one ahead to Steiff. Steiff is fouled.
That was a good foul by Weldon in terms of location of foul. He didn't let Steiff get all the way to the hoop and had to throw up a shot from a little bit of a distance. It was not an easy lay-in with the harm, so good job by Weldon being able to cut Steiff off, although he did pick up the foul.
Dylan Steiff, a 73% free throw shooter, makes the first. Steiff, a second-team All-PAC member from a year ago. Nine-point game, nearing the 10-minute mark. Now an 8-point game. Weldon to Antonio Rudolph, top right. Swing it around to the left quarter. Delonte Joyce, quick-footed baseline move, finds Rudolph cutting. Nice right-handed lay-in.
Antonio Rudolph.
Rudolph, the 6'1 freshman from Newcastle. Turner in a few steps. Draws the foul. Isaac Turner knows what to do right now. With this team trailing by 10, again taking it to the Bison.
Bethany foul number 32, Kevin Jackson.
Second on Jackson.
Team foul number 5 on Bethany too. That number starts to increase. That's an important number as St. Vincent trails. And free throws are a great way to get back into a game.
Isaac Turner has the ability to pick the team up and put it on his back. You saw that, we saw it last year in the PAC tournament. Also, you mentioned, I know in broadcast pass of the NCAA tournament in the opening round game last year, Isaac Turner had a big night.
Yeah, one of the best games I've seen him play, and I've seen him play a lot the last few years. He was tremendous, almost along with Sean Ked, led the Bearcats to a win.
8-point lead for Bethany, under 10 to play. Delonte Joyce left of the elbow with Klimchak in his face. Cross court to Weldon. Weldon in between defenders, off the window and good. Beautiful move by Lawrence Weldon.
All right, Bethany just has the touch tonight. No matter where they are on the court, if they're driving, they're getting the baskets to fall.
And Bethany, they are charged up to play in front of this enemy crowd, and they knew what kind of reception that they would have in front of them at the Carey Center. And it's kind of like when you're the Yankees, the New York Yankees playing away from home. You know no matter where you go, you're going to get booed. Well, accepting the jeers and cheers for the home team in some cases, St. Vincent. The jeers, of course, to the Bethany Bison, but the Bison have taken on those comments from the Carey Crazies. Not that they've been anything out of line, but just, you know, your normal home crowd reaction. And they have taken on that and run with it, feeding off of it, quite frankly. And there's Delonte Joyce drawing a foul. Third foul on Isaac Turner.
22, Isaac Turner, his third, team third.
.8:51 to go. Joyce at the line for the 1-and-1. Excuse me, no 1-and-1. That was a shooting foul. My apologies. We're far from the 1-and-1s.
He made the first shot. You could have just covered that up.
Yeah, well, I have to be honest about it. 5 fouls currently on Bethany and 3 team fouls on St. Vincent. We have another lane violation.
This one's got to be on Bethany. Shot in the air.
So no basket.
Yeah, that shot whistled very early, so that had to be on Bethany.
Bethany backs off the defense for the time being. 67-56, Bison leading. Turner around a screen from Stite. Won't go. Putback also won't drop for Stite. Loose ball to Isaac Turner.
Boy, some bad luck for the Bearcats there. A couple point-blank opportunities, neither of them falling.
Klimchak with Ramel Young guarding. Out to Pat Jones. Now it's Turner. As Stite guarded by Jackson. Klimchak straight on to Jones from the right side. Klimchak right wing comes free. No good, short on the shot. There's Stite for the rebound. Stite has his shot blocked by Jackson. Tie-up arrow is with St. Vincent.
I didn't know you could have a tie-up when you had a hand on the guy's elbow. That was right in front of us. That one was different.
So the arrow signifies St. Vincent basketball. And Klimchak accepts the inbounds pass. Now to Jones. To Turner. Under 8 to play. Klimchak for 3. Rattles out. Rebound Delonte Joyce. DP Harris wants somebody to take the dribbler. And Isaac Turner eventually will follow those instructions, although I don't know that he was the exact player that D.P. Harris wanted to take on those duties. Jackson for three. No good. Rebound, Isaac Turner off the tall board. Still an 11-point lead for Bethany, nearing the 7-minute mark of the second half. Looking to create some space, pass tipped and taken away by Weldon. Weldon with great speed. Shot blocked by Stite and a foul.
Nick, you got fouled down here, Nick. Hey,
Fourth team foul on St. Vincent, first on Dylan Stite. Lawrence Weldon has had a terrific day. 18 points for the 6-foot senior. Drains the first free throw. Lawrence Weldon out of Baltimore, Maryland.
A lot of that on Bethany. A lot of guys out of Maryland, Baltimore area.
Second free throw, rims out. Rebound Jones. J.C. Howard will run with it. To Jones. Through the lane. And the blocking foul. And Ramel Young took the brunt of that as he is still on the floor. And it's time for immediate timeout, and that might be just what the doctor ordered for Ramel Young right now, as he is on his back. Took a hard blow on that drive from Pat Jones. And the immediate timeout will give the folks here an opportunity to check on Ramel Young. Well, they're going to have the opportunity regardless of that, but immediate timeout regardless. We'll take a break. 68-56, Bethany leading, under 7 to go on the PAC Sports Network.
Bankruptcy myths. Busted.
Bankruptcy is just another word for failure. It's for deadbeats.
The typical person filing for bankruptcy is 38, middle class, and educated. Over 90% of bankruptcies are traceable to job loss, illness, or divorce, factors largely out of anyone's control.
Myth busted. Bankruptcy myths busted. Brought to you by Foster Law Offices. Call today to schedule a free consultation and sleep better tonight.
When you are in need of fast, affordable, and professional voiceovers, contact TimeAd Productions. TimeAd Productions offers voice services for business presentations, documentary narrations, radio, television, imaging, and commercials, movie trailers, corporate phone systems, websites, audiobooks, and more. Visit or contact us online at www.timeadproductions.com.
Ramel Young able to walk off the floor under his own power. Had the wind knocked out of him on that drive by Jones. And a hard fourth foul to take for Ramel Young. Leslie Addy playing with 3 fouls. Kevin Jackson with 2. Pat Jones at the line misses his first shot. Pat Jones from Bishop Walsh High School in Frostburg, Maryland. 6'3", 180-pound sophomore. Jones hits the second. Now 4 of 5 on free throws for the year. As breaking the press, the Bison. An 11-point lead for Bethany.
Bethany's still shooting well over 60%, 62%. A lot of that's because they're able to get to the rim. A lot of those shots point blank.
Leslie Addy, this is far from point blank, but short on the shot. Smothers with the rebound.
42 of that 68 points in the paint.
Crossover Weldon. Howard guarding. Weldon slides left and Smothers up top. Jones brings out the defense. Passes it off to Weldon. Weldon putting on some kind of display today. Bounce pass to Jackson, has Addy in some open space in the paint. And Weldon had the defense collapse on him on a double team. Jackson found Addy, and nothing going to stop Addy from that point on.
No, able to draw the defense away from the basket, and just a couple of short passes results in a layup.
Addy in double digits with 10. 8 of the 10 in the second half. Steal by Bethany. Jackson with the theft and able to save it baseline to Smothers. 13-point lead for the Bison. Delonte Joyce, shot blocked from behind by Dylan Steiff.
Well, Bearcats need to show a little urgency now.
Sean Kent, first try no good, rebound off of Kent. And Bethany basketball. Addy triggers, gets the ball right back. In the forecourt, Delonte Joyce. Lawrence Weldon slowed, had some contact in the backcourt after the inbounds. A foul on Jones. That'll be the 5th on St. Vincent. There are 16 fouls on Bethany at this point with under 5 minutes to go.
Well, if you wanted to make that call, you could make that call every possession all day. We'd still be in the first half here shooting free throws. This game has been very physical, very intense, and very tight defense in most portions of the game.
Weldon finds Joyce. 25 to shoot. Bethany taking their time, leading by 13. Weldon circles from the left side, does it all himself. Lawrence Weldon.
And he's been fantastic. Even when there hasn't been any room at all to maneuver, he somehow finds a way.
Isaac Turner amongst 3 Bison. And Leslie Addy called for his 4th foul. And Isaac Turner still down on the floor.
Bethany foul number 22, Leslie Addy is 4th, team 7.
And this has the look of a cramp for Isaac Turner. So both teams headed to their respective benches. 72-57, Bethany leading. The officials want the coaches to congregate at mid-court, and we'll do a little eavesdropping. And not doing a very good job of it. Unable to exactly tell what the conversation was about unless you were able to pick it up.
I think they were talking about because it's an injury timeout, they need to keep the teams on the floor. Or else use a timeout.
Isaac Turner is back up on his feet, which is great news for the Bearcats. And again, that had the look of a cramp situation from the get-go as he is given the Gatorade bottle to refresh. Isaac Turner will be shooting free throws. And again, the 4 fouls now on Leslie Addy, so that is Addy and Young, both with 4. And the officials telling D.P. Harris of the Bearcats that Turner has to exit because he was injured.
I think it was the other way around. I think because Turner was the man that would be shooting the free throws, but he was hurt, he has to come out of the game. That's why J.C. Howard is at the line right now. But I think it was the other way around, to be honest. The coach informing the official.
J.C. Howard will take the free throws. He's a 71% free throw shooter and makes the first. Howard with 5, all in the second half. St. Vincent trying to inch closer. It's been a double-digit lead for Bethany for the most part in the second half. Howard makes both. He has 6. Addy ahead to Delonte Joyce and Lawrence Weldon. He's going to sit there until somebody comes out to guard. Weldon with a great crossover.
Now Bethany will take their time now.
Just going to let their guards handle the basketball, eat up the shot clock. Klimchak with intense defense, and he bumps Weldon and fouls him. Lawrence Weldon, a 72% free throw shooter.
That was just the 16th foul, I think.
Oh, you're right. That is the 6th team foul on St. Vincent. I think Weldon fooled me is basically what happened there. Weldon was headed to the free throw line, but yeah, just 6 team fouls on St. Vincent.
Timeout, St. Vincent.
3:45 to play. Bearcats want a timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. We'll be back on the PAC Sports Network.
We're here at Sport Clips, the new just for guys haircutting place, to see what the buzz is about. How was it?
Nice cut, nice price, professional stylist. Doesn't get any better than this.
There's sports on TV at every chair.
I got an awesome haircut, steam towel treatment, neck and shoulder massage. I went all the way!
What are you waiting for? Sport Clips is now in your neighborhood. At Sport Clips, guys win.
With 2 locations in Washington County, at the McMurray Shops in Peters Township and at Trinity Point in Washington.
72-59, Bethany leading the St. Vincent Bearcats on the road. Bethany lost their lead for just a couple of brief moments early in the second half. The Bison were trailing 47-46 to St. Vincent in the opening moments of the half. But an 8-0 run, very important, that opened up what was a 2-point lead into a 10-point lead. At 51-49 made it 59-49, and since that stage, Bethany has led by double digits for the most part. St. Vincent has snuck it into single digits just a couple of times, but that is all. Near giveaway, but Smothers able to save it in the right quarter. St. Vincent right now on the ropes. St. Vincent won on Bethany's home floor at the Hummel Fieldhouse. Bethany trying to return the favor. Delonte Joyce off the window. No good tip in. Leslie Addy.
Leslie Addy.
Addy with 12. Here's the steal. Delonte Joyce right-handed lay-in. Uncontested. 76-59 Bethany. Delonte Joyce with 27. Under 3 to go. Pat Jones is fouled. Third foul on Kevin Jackson.
Kevin Jackson is third.
Jones shaken up, but shakes the cobwebs and will shoot 2. 17-point lead for Bethany. And it's their largest lead of the game, comes at the right time. First free throw off the mark. Jones misses the second as well. Rebound Delonte Joyce. Lawrence Weldon, who's matched a career high with 21 points today. Back in possession again. Klimchak guarding. Now Smothers in a double team. And a backcourt violation. J.C. Howard to administer the inbounds pass and does so to Isaac Turner. St. Vincent has to act quickly. Klimchak for 3, no good. Rebound Smothers, and things slipping away from St. Vincent here in the second half. Bethany has led for the vast majority of this contest, and with their biggest lead at 17 points with under 2 to play. Tyrone Smothers, chased around by J.C. Howard. Able to get free from him. Addy to Weldon. New career high now for Lawrence Weldon. He has 23, and it's a 19-point game.
UCLA!
Glad you can be with us today on the PAC Sports Network. Dylan Stith, back of the iron in a battle between the top 2 teams in men's basketball in the PAC. Round 1 went to St. Vincent, and it appears that round 2 is going to Bethany.
I would not be the least bit surprised if we saw round 3.
Checking in for the Bearcats, number 20, Jeff Buquay.
And Thomas Moore, who fell earlier today at Teal. The Bethany win helps them somewhat. Thomas Moore still has to take care of their own, but they don't fall 2 games back is the benefit to Thomas Moore, and it's still a 3-horse race, very much so. Free throw good for Delonte Joyce. Foul was on Isaac Turner, his 4th.
Number 20, Antonio Rudolph. For the Bearcats, number 24, Dan Sidwell.
Also an interesting race for the 4th spot. They have W&J and Waynesburg. Waynesburg 8-7. W&J idle this week. They are 7-7 in conference play. And Waynesburg with a sweep in the season series over W&J.
Waynesburg's been playing good basketball lately.
Joyce hits the 2nd free throw, 21-point lead. 29 today for Delonte Joyce, the 6-foot junior out of Annapolis, Maryland, at Annapolis High School. For 3, Jones hits that one, 80-62, but too little too late right now for St. Vincent. Is Bethany on their way? Bethany will improve to 19-4 overall and 12-2 in the conference. St. Vincent will fall to 19-4 overall and 12-2 in the conference. And in terms of the regional rankings, Bethany had a slight edge over St. Vincent, and with the head-to-head win today, you would figure that would better itself as far as the Bison are concerned.
That'll help out there. Their look on the regional rankings when that comes out this week. Bethany really played about as good a basketball game as you can. Shooting 63% from the field, 33% from 3, 10-12 from the free throw line. Out rebounding. St. Vincent really just an overall win here today in every facet of the game by Bethany.
Bethany came out with a sense of purpose on the road today, and they maintained that from wire to wire. And you have to if you expect to win here at St. Vincent.
Well, a lot of occasions too, especially with the steals. Bethany was beating St. Vincent players to spots.
Joyce with 31. That matches his career high. And that's those 2 players, Delonte Joyce and Lawrence Weldon, have really carried things for Bethany today. There have been some others, Leslie Addy and Kevin Jackson, also in double digits, but you have to look to those 2.
Absolutely. Huge games by them.
Jeff Buquay, fade away, short on the shot, rebound tipped around, eventually corralled by Dan Sinwell. Right corner, 3-pointer, drained by Fabio Fortunato. 82-65, but this one has been decided as Pedro Lalore, shot clock and game clock just slightly off from each other. Actually, you can turn the shot clock off because the game clock is a fraction of a second ahead. And a 3-pointer by Darian Brewster. They make it 84-65, final seconds, waning seconds of this one. Jeff Buquay. Right wing 3-pointer, no good by Kyle Rivera. And that's your ball game. The Bethany Bison on the road top the St. Vincent Bearcats And the Bearcats had not lost at home in nearly 2 years. The last team to do it was the Bethany Bison. And, well, the Bethany Bison have done it again. 84-65, your final score. And we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hand out our Foster Law Office's Player of the Game on the PAC Sports Network.
Disability affects the lives of over 29,000 people in Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties. Tri-County Patriots for Independent Living are people with and without disabilities working to meet those needs in the community. The success of Triple comes from the commitment of a dedicated board of directors, its members, and volunteers. To continue to improve services, Triple is renovating the historical YWCA building located at 42 West Maiden Street in Washington. This will allow for an assistive internet cafe, increased veteran services, and transportation and wellness to provide skills to help with independent living. Your help and feedback are appreciated, and if you seek assistance, we're here to help.
Welcome back to the Carey Center. In a quiet Carey Center as the folks exit in Latrobe. The Bethany Bison on the road with a big win, 84-65. We mentioned what it means in the conference standings. And, well, Bethany and St. Vincent now even atop the conference. They split the regular season meetings. As you said, don't be surprised if there'll be a round 3 down the road. It might be for the title. But we shall see. But right now what it means is both teams are even atop the PAC standings. For Bethany, who they have left is, let's see here, I have it jotted down somewhere. They have Thomas More and W&J both at home.
Yep.
And for St. Vincent,
at Waynesburg on Wednesday and at Thomas More. So they will be on the road for their last 2 games.
So at home for 2, Bethany, and on the road for 2, St. Vincent.
Bethany, on paper, might have a little bit of an advantage just because of the home games. Waynesburg playing good basketball. Don't sleep on the Yellow Jackets. They had an upset of Bethany on their home floor not too long ago, so that's not necessarily a gimme for St. Vincent. Bethany getting Thomas More on Wednesday, that'll be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, it's not your Waynesburg Yellow Jackets of years past.
No.
That is a tough team to play down at the Rudy Marissa Fieldhouse. And St. Vincent rather, will have their hands full. So that's the scenario down the stretch. We shall see. Again, Thomas More is also still in that mix. They're just a game back, and they have games against Bethany and St. Vincent.
Oh, so Thomas More has to be ecstatic right now. Obviously, you're not happy going into Teal and losing, but with this result, if they lose a game, this is their ideal result here, Bethany winning.
Yeah, they are still in the mix as a result. So aside from all of that, in terms of the standings, today's game, individually, Delonte Joyce matching a career high with 31 points. Lawrence Weldon with a new career high, 23 points. Leslie Addy a dozen. Kevin Jackson a dozen. For the St. Vincent Bearcats, Isaac Turner with 21. Dylan Stite with 19. Those were the lone 2 in double digits today for the Bearcats. As we move toward our Foster Law Office's Player of the Game, I think we're in agreement.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And it will be 6-foot senior Lawrence Weldon with his new career high. Dynamic in terms of ball handling. Really, can't say he quieted the crowd or silenced the crowd. He did his best to quiet the home crowd here at the Carey Center early. Had some big buckets, and again, his ball handling and ability to penetrate and set up teammates, Delonte Joyce and others, for baskets was fantastic. The point guard today, the 6-foot senior Lawrence Weldon, our Foster Law Office's Player of the Game.
Yeah, Lawrence Weldon, 9 of 10 from the field. Just the way he weaved around the basket, too. He had a couple of shots where he wasn't necessarily looking at the basket or square up to the basket and was able to change direction, change the ball in the air, and being able to finish like that. But him and Delonte Joyce, just a terrific backcourt. They combined today for 54 points. And when you get that kind of production out of your backcourt on 2 3-pointers, that's tremendous. So you know that they're attacking the basket pretty much every possession.
So congratulations to Lawrence Weldon, our Foster Law Office's Player of the Game, and also to the Bethany Bison. Big win today. And as you said, Justin, Thomas More has to be ecstatic as well, not with their initial result at Teal, but with the fact that they're still a game back in this 3-horse race for the PAC regular season crown. We will certainly keep following the standings. You can check our PAC blog. Justin Piles does a terrific job with that. Also follow us on Twitter or on Facebook, on Twitter at PAC Sports. So your final score today, the Bethany Bison with the win over the St. Vincent Bearcats on the road, 84-65. For our producer, Kat Guy, and our camera person, Shannon Basic, for my associate, Justin Piles, I'm Randy Gore. We will talk to you again soon on the PAC Sports Network.